Hola, chico and chicas, or chicos and chicas. I guess that's plural for boys and girls in Spanish. We're going to do number 74 from the AP Calculus AB summer assignment, where here we have to draw a graph of y equals 2 cosine 3x, showing at least one complete period. Like most graphs, it helps to start with the parent function and then apply the transformations. So the parent function, we'll go with green here. Okay, well, I guess red. Y equals cosine x. And if you know your unit circle pretty well, we would realize that a full period for cosine would be 2 pi. The amplitude would be 1. And if you start your first point at 0 and do 4 subdivisions, 0 power of 2 pi, 3 power of 2, and 2 pi. Okay, now I'll go to green to generate the graph. When you take a cosine of 0, we do get 1. Also think about your unit circle too, where that's at 0 radians. The coordinates are 1, 0, and the x-coordinate would represent cosine, the y-coordinate represents sine. Cosine pi over 2 is 0. Cosine pi is negative 1. Cosine 3 pi over 2 is 0. And cosine 2 pi is 1. So here's our parent function. Now, what are the changes being made here? That's a vertical stretch by a factor of 2. That's a horizontal shrink by a factor of 3. So I'm going to increase my amplitude, I'll draw a graph in blue, to 2. Now there's no horizontal or no vertical horizontal shifts, so don't need to worry about that. But the amplitude will be at 2, and the period is going to be at 2 pi over 3 because I'm going to have to divide my x values by 3. So if the period for the parent function is at 2 pi, now it's going to be at 2 pi over 3. So that's why labeling the axis is very important. You don't necessarily have to make the graph visually smaller. Sometimes graphs can be really small or really big, and it's not necessary, but just label the axes appropriately so that way, you show that you understand the transformations that are happening. And the other tick marks will be at pi over 6 and pi over 2, because that's 3 pi over 6, which is pi over 2. So we make the graph, and I guess I'll do green here. So we have the stretch, and of course the horizontal shrink is indicated by the period being 2 pi over 3. And there we have the graph of y equals 2 cosine 3x.